Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am your very own Dr. Saiba, and today we are going to discuss about the most dreaded topic of yours, and that is the grand test. So in last few days I got lots and lots of messages regarding the GTs, like the what should be the like basic frequency to give a GT, what should be the optimum score, what should be the optimum percentile, and many more. So I thought let's make a video and clarify all your doubts in one go. So what I understood is that there are two kinds of students among you. First, aspirants are those who had just started their preparation few months back and they had not given a single GT yet. And second category of students are those who had started preparation many months back and they are giving their GTs, but they have lots of doubts in their head about the GT. So let's come to each and every category one by one. So first category of the students are those who had not given a single GT and started their preparation few months back only. So for all of you, I understand, as you are the beginner, I can feel that you must be having a phobia of grand test, and you must also be feeling that I had not covered all the subjects, I had not covered all the PYQs, so will it be worth giving the GT right now? Anyways, my score is going to be poor, I will feel depressed or if my score got very much poor, blah blah blah. I understand, but what all of you need to understand is that if you ask yourself the same question after 5 months, or if you ask yourself the same question, that is, are my all subjects covered, did I cover all the PYQs, just few days before your exam, still your answer will be no. This is the reality of our exam situation, guys. What I want you to know is that covering all the subjects is a myth in medical preparation, because nobody is going to cover all the subjects, nobody is going to remember all the PYQs. And most importantly, if you are studying one subject and after 10 days you are taking another subject, so eventually you are going to forget things about the subject which you had read 10 days back. So this is a human brain that it can't store many stuff inside it, so you can't blame this on you. Okay, so this is eventually going to happen. So you can't keep all 19 subjects in your head line by line, you can't remember each and every PYQ line to line. Okay, trust me. So basically what we are going to do for this category of student is that if you promise me that this Sunday, this is the upcoming Sunday, all of you are going to give a GT, irrespective of score, irrespective of whatever subjects you had covered, irrespective of everything, you are going to sit down and you are going to give your first GT of your preparation. And I am giving you freedom of whatever score you will going to have, of whatever time you are going to take, you will going to attempt this GT on this Sunday. Okay, and you are going to tell me how was your experience. Did you able to sit down for the 3 hours? Did your brain got concentrated for complete 3 hours, or you got distracted? Because this is going to happen. Let me tell you my experience, because when I just started preparing, I had a huge phobia of this GT. I had not given GT at least for 2 to 3 months. Then on one fine day, one of my friend called me and she spoke to me for 45 minutes, and she somehow convinced me that, Rohini, you are going to give GT this whatever that day, I don't remember that, this day, and you are literally going to sit down and you are going to give GT. So she somehow convinced me and I agreed to her. And so when I started giving GT, I felt sleephead. I was literally sleephead, and I was not able to sit for 3 hours. And I did not complete the GT as well. I just gave up in the middle, and after that in the evening I sat down and I just realized that I am studying for 10 to 12 hours per day. I am solving as much as MCQs as possible. But is this sufficient? Is this going to give me a seat? Are they going to consider all these things? No. What our board is going to consider is our score in the final exam, right? So what we need to understand is that whatever we are doing, we are going to get a seat only and only based on what we are going to score in the final exam. So we need to train ourselves, we need to train our brain to concentrate for the 3 hours continuously. We need to train our body to sit down for complete 3 hours without any distraction. So this is how we are going to make most of it, right? So giving GT is not only for assessing what score you are having or what subjects you are weak or poor at, but more than that, the giving GT is to train yourself, to sit down, to calm your mind, to keep yourself away from all the distractions for 3 hours and give your 100% for whatever questions you are attempting. So this is how I started my journey of giving the GT. So right now, what my suggestion is that we are means you and me are starting this journey together, as I said earlier. So all of you beginners out there are going to give your first GT on this upcoming Sunday, and you are going to comment in the comment section about how was your experience, or at least just tell that I attempted a GT, that whether you were also feeling sleepy like me, whether you completed your GT. If you are willing to share your score, then you can, but if you, as it is your first GT, if you're not willing to share your score, then it's up to you, but you are going to give the first GT of your preparation in upcoming Sunday. Okay, so let's come to the second category of the students who had started preparing many months back, and they are also giving the GTs, but they are having lots of doubts in their head. So I will try to come to each and every doubt which I had come across, and also students had asked me. So the first doubt was, what should be the frequency of giving the GT? So what I feel is that for covering a major subject, 1 week is sufficient time, and covering 2 to 3 minor subject, 1 week is also sufficient time. So what I used to do is that I used to give a GT on every Sunday, so that whatever mistakes I had committed, I will be having a plan ready with me. I will also having a weak and strong subjects like a bunch ready with me based on that GT, and that is going to guide me for my next week's preparation. So this is a actual this is basically kind of balance, so that you are learning from the previous week and you are using it using that analysis for managing and planning for the next week. So this I suggest all of you to give at least one GT every week. Try to analyze your GT in the evening, and try to make a list of your strong and weak subjects. Try to make a list of your things which are going to focus for the next week, and it will be a good beginning for the next week as well, and you will be also having a nice relaxation on that Sunday which you had given a GT. So I suggest to give a GT once in a week, not too frequently, like every 2 to 3 days, and not too very late as well, once in a month. Try to give a GT once in a week. Okay, so the second doubt which I had is that how much questions to attempt in a GT. So this is very important, because most of the students will be having a phobia of negative marking. So let me tell you with an example. So let's suppose you are having 10 doubtful questions in your exam, and if I was you, then I used to attempt every question. I used to attempt all 200 questions, and if I was you, then I used to attempt these 10 questions as well. And let's suppose in among these 10 questions I got only 3 questions correct and I got 7 questions wrong. Then still my question will be plus 5. How? Because 4 into these 3 will be 12, right? And 12 minus 7 will be 5. But still I am getting 5 marks if I attempt these 10 questions, and that too if I only get 3 questions out of them correct. So do you understand right now? One situation was that I am not attempting any question among these 10 questions, so I will be getting 0 marks, right? Second situation was that I am getting 3 questions correct and 7 questions wrong, but still I am getting 5 marks for attempting these questions, right? So this is how you are going to approach a negative marking. Negative marking is not to get afraid of, guys. Negative marking is something that you have to overcome during your preparation. Okay, so my suggestion is that at least try to attempt 190 to 195 questions in your GTs. And second most important thing is that my mind is used to have a categorization. If my mind is remembering a correct question for 10 days now, then my mind used to remember the wrong questions for at least 1 month. So if the same concept is asked in the final exam, if the same question, if you are more lucky, is asked in the final exam now, then you are not going to do the same mistake again, right? So because of all these things, it is very important to attempt maximum number of questions. So at least try to solve 190 to 195 questions at least in your GTs. Okay, so the third doubt which I got from the students was that my GT score is stuck, ma'am, and what should I do? So I basically categorized your GT score in three categories. First category is that your GT score got stuck in 300 to 400. Okay, so what I feel is that you did not cover all the subjects. You might be had started your preparation few months back only, and you did not cover the subjects, I guess. That's why your score is in between the 300 to 400. Because if you had at least covered all the subjects now, then your score will be above 400 at least, and I am very sure about it. So what you have to do is that you have to first complete all your subject reading, then eventually your score is going to increase. So this was about the people who are getting the score between 300 to 400. Now the second score range is 400 to 500. Now what I feel about these students is that they had covered all the subjects. They had read all the first reading. They had gone through all the subjects for the first time, and but what they're lagging at is that the skill of solving the MCQ. So what all of you, the people or the students having their score between 400 to 500 need to do is that they need to try more and more MCQ for further preparation, because they are lagging at a skill. They are lagging at training their mind or brain to reach to the right answer. You need to see, the reality is that though you don't know the answer, or though you don't know the concept of the question, what it is asking to you, but if you can rule out the options now, then you can reach to the correct answer. So this is a skill which you are going to develop eventually as you solve more and more of the MCQs. So for those people who are having their score between 400 to 500, I suggest all of you to solve much and much MCQs during your preparation, during your daytime. And I hope this will help you to improve your score, because already I feel that you had completed your first reading, and that's why you are reaching till 400. And to increase more, you need to solve more and more MCQs. Now the third range of the marks is that 500 to 600. So basically you should be first of all happy that you are having a stuck range very nice. And secondly, if you are still want to improve, because you, as you all are aspirants, and you must be dreaming for better scores only. So what I suggest is that you all are having nice MCQ solving skills. You all had covered all the subjects, but what you need to focus on is the mistakes you are committing at, the silly mistakes, guys. Let me tell you, you may not curse yourself for the concept you did not remember or the concept you did not read, but you will curse yourself your whole life for the silly mistakes you had done in the exam. Because even a single mark is going to take you away from your dream branch or the dream college. So this is very important. These are not the silly mistakes, as one of my ma'am used to say, that these are not the silly mistakes, these are the criminal mistakes which you are doing to get away from your dream branch. So for the students who are getting range of marks from 500 to 600, I feel doing a silly mistake is something that might be the reason for their GT score not getting improved. So I feel that they should be giving more attention towards this silly mistake. So yeah, these many doubts I got from the students, and I tried to give as much as guidance I can give regarding this topic. If you are having any more doubts regarding the GT or GT score, do let me know in the comment section. And as I already said, for the beginner kind of section people, you are going to give your first GT on this Sunday, and I'm very strict about this, and I'm going to check on each and every one of you. You are going to give your first GT on the upcoming Sunday, and you are going to comment that I had attempted the GT and whatever experience you had during that 3 hours. Okay, and this is how we are going to approach each and every week, guys. So yeah, this hope that I came across all your doubts about the GT, and if there are any doubts, do let me know in the comment section. And that's it for today. Yeah, thank you so much.